one of the biggest steps that you have to take when you're trying to move on, when you're trying to move forward, is you have to accept that what happened, happened. If you don't take that step of acceptance, you are going to be stuck forever holding on to that thing because you're trying to shift it, you're trying to change it, you're trying to manipulate it, you're trying to be in denial about it, of the way that it actually happened or that these events transpired. When you are not in acceptance of what had happened, and not saying that you had to like it, right? Not saying that it was something that was positive, right? There's a lot of negative things that happen in this world, but when you don't fully accept what had happened and then that was the reality, it traps you. It's like a prison. It's a mental prison because it stops us from fully being able to make decisions and choices going forward in our full power. Without acceptance, we're stuck. When you come to full acceptance of this happened, I didn't like it, I would never wish for it, right? Some of these tougher situations, I would never want this to happen to anybody else. But when you come to that full acceptance, and you go, and it is 100% my responsibility for how this story is written next, that's when you get all of your power back to make decisions. And it's still going to be difficult, right? And you're still going to get rattled from time to time, and the memories are going to come back, but at least you're not in denial about what actually happened. At least you're not pretending, or you're going, oh, it actually happened this way when it didn't, or you're just running from it, or you're not dealing with it all. No. I am facing this head on. As bad as it might be, right? Or as bad as it might have felt, I am facing this head on, and I am taking full responsibility for how this goes next. I didn't want this. I would never tolerate this behavior from anybody else going into the future, but it's my responsibility to change the story. And when you come to that place, that full acceptance of what had happened, then that full responsibility of what happens next, you get to make some pretty incredible choices where you get to move forward, and you can take that thing that hurts so badly and you can change it into something that's positive. But if you are pointing fingers, or you're blaming, or you're not accepting, or you're denying, you're stuck. You're trapped by the very thing that happened. And like I said, this ain't easy. Right? This is not something that's easy. There are terrible things that happen in this world, and there are people who get stuck in reliving those situations over and over and over again, and it's not their fault. But since you're here, since that happened, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let that negative thing, that terrible thing, that dark thing that happened to you be the end of your story? Or are you going to go, in the face of all of that negativity, in the face of this awful thing that happened, I'm going to rise. I'm going to step up. I'm going to rewrite my story. I am not going to let that thing tear me down. No matter how long it might have torn me down, I'm still going to step up for myself and for everybody around me and be an example that it doesn't have to end that way. But you can only get to that place through acceptance. If you don't accept it, you are trapped by it. So whatever has happened in your life, or whatever is going on right now, or maybe you had traveled down the path of failure, right? Or maybe things haven't been working out and you've been pointing fingers and you've been blaming other people and not taking full responsibility. You have to own it. And when you own it, then you can actually do something about it. Then you can change it. Then you can write a new story. It's 100% responsibility. It's not 90%. It's not 95%. It's not 99%. It is 100%. I am owning this. And when you do that, you can change it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you're interested in learning more about working with me and my coaching programs, please visit www.coachingwithevan.com. See you later.